just recap the story.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. Wait, oh snap! Hold on, it was a bunch of folks watching. I think it was like over 500 people on it. Cause my kick, that's a whole different show. Hold on. Uh-oh. Hello?
Today,
Hey.
you going live? You got like
Bro.
50 people on you. They beating me up in the comments.
You know I was live, but I had made a mistake and went live on Kick. So the whole
Nigga, they beating me up and don't please.
no, so we on now, bro. We on now.
All right.
All right. Oh God.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Y'all, we really just did that. We on segment 2. All right, let me just run the intro for some. God damn.
This is Steve Harvey, and you're now watching the Don't Piss Me Off morning show.
Yeah. Alright, y'all. Hello. Wait, what in the hell is going on today? Y'all come on in here, man. Let me go ahead and greet y'all in. Welcome to the Don't Piss Me Off morning show with real conversation, me unfiltered vibes. I'm your host 2K, and alongside with me, I got my girl Common Sense Kai and the Prince of Pissing People Off Black with some very, very, very special guests today, Miss Lucky Marie and my dog Fabo. Okay. Now, if it sounds like I done did that already today, I have. I'm gonna tell you about that in a second. But before we do that, let me do this. We got my dog D-Boy here, top of the top. Kai, what's the word? Miss Mills, what's up with it? Marie, what's up with it? My G, Miss Jazz, and how you doing? How your mama and them? Sauce and Renee, what's the word? KJ in the building, my dog 43 Tech Spaces, what's up with it, man? 106 and Parched, hey, how your mama and them? Miss Rivera, how you doing? Crystal, what's up? Clown TV in the building, Savannah Jones, Jerlyn, how you? Eureka, Chanel, y'all come on in here, man, while we get this together. Get to explaining. Alright. My fault, y'all. So I end up going live on the wrong. I was live on Kick on accident. So but y'all comments was coming up, so I'm thinking we actually live. So I can see y'all in the back chat. But I'm thinking y'all on the show, and then I start reading folks like, dang, he ain't coming on. So my fault about that. Today, y'all, we got very special guests. We got my dog Fabo, one of the fan favorites on the show. And we got for the first time on the show, Miss Lucky Marie. So y'all give it up for her as well. And we'll be tagging your page so they know how to find you as well. Okay, so we done already did the quote of the day and the confessions. Do y'all want us to do it off? I'm pretty sure y'all do, because y'all ain't get to hear it, right? Okay.
Cause look, hey, cause Miss Lucky said something that triggered me.
Me too. We didn't get it to the bag. I'm like,
yeah, I'm tricked.
Okay. I'm gonna read the quote of the day real fast. All right, we not even gonna ask what they think about it. Today's quote of the day is: in order to finish first, you must first finish last. Okay. Now let's get into the confession corner, because we is running behind, and that's my fault. So I apologize. I got to read this long thing all the way over, but now I read it, so I kind of know what it's saying.
I mean, you could summarize,
Okay. So basically, well, they gonna want to hear it. Here we go. Dear kind of DPMO show, I need some advice because I'm in a situation that's been eating at me for a long time, and I don't really feel like I can talk to anybody about it without sounding weak. I've been with my girl for 3 years, and like every relationship, we've had good times and bad times. Overall, I really do love her. I think she could be the one. If I'm being completely honest, I could see myself eventually getting her pregnant and making her a single mother. But there is one huge problem that keeps getting worse. When she gets mad, she becomes somebody else. I come from a two-parent household. I grew up seeing men and women argue, but there was still a line. There was still respect. My girl didn't have that. She grew up without a father, and I think it shows in her dealings with men. Her mom is cool, but from what I heard from my older family members, her mama has a chaotic past and a lot of unstable relationships. My girl is nothing like her mom. My girl is nothing like her mama. In most ways, they actually clash a lot. But when she gets angry, I start to see some of the same dysfunctions come out. When she's upset, she says the harshest things she could think of. She doesn't argue to solve problems. She argues to hurt me. She gets in my face. She challenges me. She dares me to react. She calls me weak, soft, and I'm not a real man. Tell me nobody else will want me. She brings up things I told her in confidence and use it against me. And every time it happens, it get worse. The first time, I brushed it off because I loved her and figured we was just having a bad night. Then it became more frequent. Then she started getting in my face. Then she recently put her hands on me and mushed me. I know some people are going to laugh because I'm a man, but I don't think that it's funny. I didn't know what to do. I'm not going to hit a woman. That's not who I am. I was raised better than that. But I also can't keep standing there getting disrespected and treated like I'm less than a man in my own relationship. The last time it happened, I called her mother and I didn't know what else to do. Her mom kind of laughed, tried to calm her down over the phone, and then my girl hung up in her face. That's when it hit me that nobody around her seems to think that it's serious, but it's serious to me. The crazy part is, outside of this, I really do love her. We have good times, we laugh, we talk about the future. I'm invested so much into her emotionally, financially, and with my time that the thought of leaving feels like it would break me. But staying is starting to break me too. So I need y'all to tell me the truth. Am I overreacting? How many chances do you give somebody you love before you admit that they're hurting you? And if a woman keeps disrespecting and putting her hands on a man, at what point do I stop trying to save the relationship and save yourself? Because I love her, but I'm starting to wonder if love is enough when there's no respect.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
All right, let's go back to you, Miss Marie. Cause goddamn.
I want to hear what triggered him.
But you said we mostly are who we lay with. And that ain't, you think that's true? Because a lot of times we think we could change people. And a lot of times we end up wasting time thinking, okay, maybe if I give them a different environment, they'll be different. But sometimes people are just low down and evil. Don't mean I'm evil because I'm laying with you.
Why? Why does it mean that? Because if you think about it, the psychology of you thinking, the arrogance of us thinking we could change somebody is our problem. They showed us who they were. So you are
Yeah.
mostly, we are who we lay with. So we are also just as arrogant or whatever of that person to think I could change you. Like, what tells us that we're so special? This person who's been this way before they got to you, you're the special one to change them.
Mm. So you think nobody's unchangeable, you think?
No, I think people change when they want to change or when they're giving consequences or any type of something that they fear to lose, or if they lose something that was great value that may cause a change. I don't think, especially in relationship dynamics, that a man can change a woman and vice versa. I don't think so. Not in the way that we're talking about.
See,
I think you can groom somebody.
and see, that's kind of what I prefer. Excuse me. So I prefer older men to date younger women. I'm not saying a egregious age gap, but I'm saying, and this is why, because when you are roughly around the same age, what you guys do is you tend to damage yourself on your way to the top, right? And the damage is just simply learning curves. I didn't know this. You didn't know this. This affected you. This affected me. So that's why I'm not a proponent of really giving up. like in relationships. Like I done I done withstood some stuff in my relationships that everybody else probably would have walked away from. But I think it was for the embetterment because I had to give her grace because when I was messing up, she had to give me grace. That's just what comes with being around the same age. Don't now one of y'all got it figured out. So with that being said, the only thing that I hate about this is you get to abuse me to your highest capability, and I could never do that to you. And hear
Are
me
we
out.
placing him like the victim?
I think he is, absolutely.
You don't think so?
How is he a victim? Is she beating him? Is she forcing him to stay around? Is she saying, put up with my shit, nigga, or else? Sorry for cursing. Why is he a victim? Because if the roles were reversed and a woman been with a man for 10 plus years waiting on whatever, that was your problem. Why would you stay with a man who's not? So I'm confused why the same energy is not kept when we have accountability to allow other people to run amok in our own lives.
And see, I think
I
that
don't get how he's a victim. If he could change, he got her pregnant. He said he's seen her and said, you know what, I love her so much. I want to create a broken home. And then I'm saying broken because he didn't make her an honest woman. He didn't see her worthy enough to make him a wife, but she was worthy enough to make a mother. So now you're which doesn't seem like he has good assessment or situational awareness, or he's not a good judge of character, because now you're complaining about, I'm sure, traits she's always had that you probably ignored because she was giving you access to sex or attention. So a lot of the times men will dismiss bad behavior, abusive women, verbally violent women because she's either attractive or she possesses some level of access, and it's too much to just start over. So I'd rather just deal with this and try to just go back and forth, because also too in our community, we're used to dysfunction being normal. So we think it's okay to just accept a female's BS or certain things like that she's doing wrong because we're raised like that. So by when we start to date, we say, you know what, she's not good enough to marry, but she's good enough to bear my children and teach my children. That doesn't make any sense. He's at fault. I don't understand that.
See, I think you putting too much in marriage. Like, absolutely. You putting too much in the word in the title marriage, right?
Or are people just not using the vows and taking the standard and position seriously, and they shouldn't be getting married?
They are. I think, like, listen, so if we are for real, if you made it past the 90-day period, right? And we in a real relationship, I do think that everything that I would do in the marriage, I'm doing for you already as a boyfriend. Like, if I'm your boyfriend,
why?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, because I love you. All right. Second of all, look, if somebody break in the house and we boyfriend and girlfriend, do I not supposed to protect you because you not my wife yet?
You shouldn't be living in the house if you're just boyfriend girlfriend.
Okay, I'm saying we don't got to live in the house. Okay, let's say we out and about. Somebody disrespect you. Is I'm not supposed to say anything because we are just boyfriend and girlfriend?
But that's not a husband's role. That's a man in your life that cares about you, because you could be a brother and protect her.
No.
You could be her father. That's just your role as a man in her life.
No, so listen. So
a husband's job would be, are you taking care of her responsibilities, such as financially? Are you helping anything that would position her as a wife? Just protecting a woman, she could be a co-worker.
Okay, well, let's move it that way then. I'm sitting on racks. You know I got the bread, right? Your car note due. You my girlfriend of 2 years. You need the money. What happens when you need the money and you know that I got it and I don't give it to you? As a boyfriend. Exactly. But because I love you as a boyfriend, I'm going to do the same thing that I would have did for you as a husband. I'm going to pay this. The minute we commit to y'all without the title, we are already y'all husbands. We can't cheat no more. Out of respect, we probably gonna be at the house a certain time. We gonna try to stay out of the room with these bald head hoes. All of this is for you. So we are already practicing marriage as boyfriend. I think you more focused on the title, and it's fair. That's a fair point about making her a honest woman. I understand that wholeheartedly, but I don't think you should say this is wrong and he not a victim because they got a baby with each other already.
He's not a victim.
He definitely a victim of abuse. This is okay. Okay, so this is what I mean by this. Look, if I'm a man, right? My strongest asset is my strength, right? And ain't nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
I just come in the house one day, I'm mad, and I just punch you. Bam! I said, oh, my fault, baby. I'm working on myself as a man. I'm sorry, I won't do it no more. Well, a woman's strongest asset is with the shit that come out of her mouth.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And she get to verbally abuse you until she finally figure out that she don't. So if a man can't come in a relationship and hit you every time he has a tangent, she shouldn't be able to come in a relationship and verbally lash your ass every time she going through bull.
Okay, so let me give you the same scenario, right? And I
Okay.
don't disagree because I'm one to say I think we are very violent and men are dangerous. But let me just say this: if a woman come in the house and she's like, and she just punched the shit out of you, oh, I'm so sorry, babe, I'm working on myself. What do? Do you stay with her, or do you help her work on herself?
Absolutely. And I think that's what he's doing. He
So
willing to
you're advocating, you're okay with men staying with abusive women when there are women out there who are not abusive?
absolutely. Let me tell you why.
Oh, then
If
you're not a victim. You're a willful idiot.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
not to you.
No,
I'm
no, no.
saying
Yeah, I'm an idiot too. Don't get me wrong.
to-
That what loves do to us. Love make all us stupid.
not really.
I might want to add a fuck to it too. Love makes us stupid as fuck. Because if you are 90% of what I want, you got this one little hiccup, you be disrespectful, all at the mouth and like to get in my face. That's something I'm willing to try to work through, then get back.
Why?
Because
No.
getting back in the field, trying to find the 90% that you had and the other 5% that'll be cool is down there impossible. I'm gonna need to get the Dragon Balls together.
You're saying
Yeah.
90% of women are abusive?
It-
Nah,
I'm just saying, are you saying 90% of women, and we're using a scenario of a man who's not even leaving the one abusive bitch. So it
Okay.
sounds like a woman could be with a man who ain't nothing. And then because she tolerates BS, she gets to go out in the world and S on other men and say the 90% of men ain't ish just because she tolerated BS. So I'm keeping the same energy when it comes to a man, especially if he's the leader. It don't sound like he's the leader. It sounds like she is.
Well,
Because
if
she's
you
controlling him. So he needs to be in his frame and submit to her since he doesn't have enough confidence and
hold
dominance
on,
as a
man.
man
whoa,
to move
whoa,
on.
whoa.
That's what it sounds like.
Real talk. I'm gone at the first sight of disrespect, bro. Because if you let her get away with it, it's just gonna get worse, bro. It's gonna get worse, bro.
See,
Exactly.
I used to have like them opinions, right? And then I found out the easiest thing to do is leave. Like that's the easiest thing to do. I'm gonna show
Not
you.
really.
I'm gonna show you the leader that I am because I'm gonna give you the proper instructions to fix this, and we gonna get through it. Because I'd rather be trying to fix somebody that got 90% of what I want than testing the waters again, and you know it's treacherous out there.
That's selling, bro.
Is
That
it
don't even make
selling?
sense to what you just said a minute ago. You said a minute ago, if we're young, we're gonna also have issues together, right? We're gonna
Absolutely.
cancel. Like we're gonna. Okay, so how could you teach somebody anything if you need to be a student yourself to your own life?
No. I'm
How can you teach her anything?
we might listen. I can still be the leader and mess up. You got to understand that
And
I'm
she could
not.
still be and mess up. That's what you're saying?
Yes, but
Okay.
as I'm leading, I'm going to make mistakes on the road here. There are going to be bumps in the road. You have to understand that and respect the leadership and the path that I'm going to get us. But I do know that this is my first time traveling in the road. I didn't know about this pothole. We gonna hit a lot of these potholes together. That don't mean that I'm not a leader. I'm gonna fall in the pothole first. You might fall immediately behind me. But if we gonna do it at the same age, that what it look like. And by what y'all telling me is, if we're the same age and we start hitting these potholes, the do the best thing for yourself and leave. Oh,
Right.
I done hit too many potholes. I'm going the other way. I'm going back. I can't do this no more.
But abuse is not a pothole. That's a character flaw. A pothole is we have breakdown in communication because our ego. That's most of issues in relationship is ego. Once you remove the ego and you remove the assumption of assuming bad intent from the person you're with, even if they said something wrong in their delivery, if you assume good intent, you wouldn't even respond a certain way. So most of our issues are breakdown in communication of ego and how our ego is. A person being abusive, whether it's verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, people withdrawing things from you that they know you need to sustain a relationship, or a person know you about to walk out the door, so they do everything they know to do to keep you, and then after about a couple of weeks of you staying there, they no longer doing it. That is a character flaw. That is somebody who's used to manipulating and getting away with it by being a damsel or whatever to play on your emotions. And that is a flaw in a person to accept that, because that person believes that their love should be earned instead of people are just nice. So if you spend so much time with a person who keeps showing you they do not like you, I think there's something wrong with our individual self-esteem when we get back out here to say most women is like this. Well, let's kind of explore your type. Why are you attracted to abusive women?
But Lucky, is it a character flaw or is it a growing pain? See, character.
I mean, you gonna get. That's why I was not supposed to be a man. You gonna be in pain. You put your hands on me. That's a growing pain. You get past that.
But when do it stop though, 2K? Because like, think about it, bro. She steady doing it, bro. All the red flags is there. Like, when do we put his foot down and stop it, bro?
I think
at this point he like it. At this point,
no,
exactly. And how can she respect you as a man if you're showing you're not a man? You're submitting to her. What she got going on?
Well, see, I got a different type of programming, right? I believe in I believe in discipline, right? I'm not a woman beater. But once again, I utilize the two fingers and I do a little head tapping to make sure the brain up there working. But like, so with that being said, like, and I always say there got to be a threat of violence for there to be a consequence, right? And no dude is just, I hope I ain't just running around punching women. Like, you shouldn't do that.
You'd be surprised. Niggas just wake up and
that's insane. But what I'm saying is, y'all, I think that we have to, like, especially with your significant other, Brian, somebody who you really think you can build with. Oh, if both of y'all are learning at the same time, bro, we have to be patient with each other. You gonna disrespect her, she gonna disrespect you. If you go back to the memoir from Barack Obama, or he talk about how the only person who didn't believe in him for a long time was Michelle. If you read some of Michelle Obama books, she would tell you that she was mad at Barack Obama literally for 2 years straight. But they weathered the storm because they knew the value that each other had with each other. They had shit they had to get through. Now,
I'm sure she wasn't abusing him like this gentleman.
Well, I'm pretty sure,
and I'm sure they had things to show that there is something in it to look forward to while you're doing the growing pains. I just feel like the message kind of is making men in this scenario sound like, oh, it's okay. You know, these women, that is the wrong answer, or the wrong, I'm gonna just say leadership or just advice to a man. Because if you're a man, grab your balls. Why are you, the woman you're supposed to die for is cussing you out and hitting you upside your head, and you're like, oh, you don't respect men like that. Every man is not dominant and he's not masculine, which is why they meet aggressive women. Only aggressive women attract emasculated men. No masculine man will tolerate a woman like that.
So first of all, correction, it was 10 straight years. My fault. I thought it was 10. It was 10 or 2. And masculine men do. Okay. Now this is the thing right here. Masculine men do not tolerate a lot of disrespect in public. But now, and when you say submit, this is what a lot of niggas won't say. Okay. All men submit to their girls at home. That's why women, when they in house, they literally sometimes like they the big dog and we let them have that there. All right, whatever. You know, you okay. Go put my shoes where? Okay, cool. Listen, we submit on a lot of levels. If we have a time, we have to be back at home. Believe it or not, that is man submitting. I will argue with my homeboys. No, that's you submitting too. It's respect,
but
it's
even in the Bible, husbands submit to your wives, right? The Bible we read to get married. So it's no problem to yield. When I say submit, I mean he needs to, whatever she say, he needs to just do. That's what I mean. If she say go do this, go do this.
Fuck
he sounds like it sounds like if she keep cheating, she's gonna keep cheating on him until she finds better.
Oh no, wait, we ain't shit. On that. Hey, that's I.
it's gonna get egregious, bro. Like he gonna have an apron on cooking and shit next, bro. Like yeah, it's
Nah,
mm,
listen, so I don't. I'm not mad. Like, cuz I'll let my girl have the big dog shit in the house, whatever. But when we out there though, like everything is on protocol. Like she whatever. But when we step out that door, we on protocol. And I think the worst thing y'all can do, like maybe Lucky and Fabo, y'all can get together, bro, and open up a rehab clinic because y'all are good at getting people to quit. That's all that I'm hearing.
yeah.
Love is something that you have to fight for at times. All right, it's not perfect. People ain't perfect. So I'm telling y'all right now, when the shit hit the fan and the first thing you do is leave, I don't think that's the right answer.
So what's the best advice to get to this dude then, bro?
The best advice to get to this dude is she hitting him. Now she has violated, right? She hitting him and that's grounds.
And she beating him and
He,
she's mentally abusing him, bro. Telling
he
him he
sound like
can't
he need a
find no
whooping.
better and all that, bro. Like
Yeah.
she tearing him down, bro.
Hey, listen,
Like
bro, hit her back one time, okay? Um
No, no, you just want him to go full sassy.
no, listen,
Actually,
it works.
I would say in a situation where you just allowing a woman to do all this to you, like we can just assess what type of man you are. So it's for you to be writing in and say, "What should I do?" Nigga,
But
if you don't know what's doing to hitting you, I don't know what to tell
no,
you.
no,
You know what I'm
no, no,
saying?
no, no.
Don't just hit her back, and then because men like that, they'll hit you back and then make it mutually toxic and feel justified. Oh, she hit me, but there you've been with her for this long.
Now hold on
You
now,
don't get
look.
you.
You got to give us the
Mm-mm.
answer then. Okay, and I have asked this question
I
several
did.
times.
Why he wouldn't even? He
Wait,
shouldn't even be.
okay, listen, you got to think now. If we 3 years in, I have invested into you, okay, with money
What you
and
invest?
time. Money, time. So I have upgraded your train of thought. Okay, I have put you on game with my leadership. And I also has taken care of you financially. You telling me the best thing I can do is leave with no ROI?
So,
You do stocks,
that be
Lucky.
bro.
You do
but this is a
stocks.
thing.
Cut your
Right. So,
ties, bro.
and I also know when I get in the market, I'm looking for a trend. And I know if it don't work out for me, I'm getting out of the fucking market before I lose all my money, right?
But okay, listen. Let's
I'm
say
just saying,
let's
you
say you
can't.
you invested into your Tesla stock, right? And
Okay.
Elon Musk come out one day and he be like, man, I don't like black people. But the stock's still up there. This stock ain't dropping because he said it this time. The stock's still up there. Do you say, man, Elon don't like black people? I'm pulling my Tesla stock.
No, because I'm in it for my money. I don't.
And that's
I'm not gonna go into.
relationships. Like,
Okay, no, it should, or then that's even worse. If you're in a relationship to get just for the money or for the perks, you're supposed to be looking at the character of the person before you invest anything. The same way you do a business, you scope out a business, you scope out what you want to invest in, you scope out the chart, you see where the trend is going. If you didn't scope her out to see where she's going and what she's about, you're dumb for putting in a
Lucky, we finna get
investment on that
into it.
woman. You're stupid.
We finna get
You just threw
into it.
your money in a hole. You helping
But be
homeless.
be real, bro. The red flags was there. Like he ignored them, bro.
You know, bro, when we meet and me and you, when we used to play, right? There was something that we had, it was called adaptation. We was able to go to a chick Bigo page, find out exactly what man she liked it, and then transform ourselves into that man until we got what we wanted. Correct? So when
No,
yes, so when we meet the woman,
don't
you
say
ain't.
that was never me though.
But I'm just
But I
saying,
get what you're saying.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I'm saying is, we have the luxury of retrospect to say, okay, those were the red flags, because yeah, we know them now. But when we first meet that person, we can't tell you this a good person or a bad person. This the representative of this who this person is. So I mean, it sounds good in theory with retrospect on your side, Lucky. But in
So you
theory,
saying I'm sorry, let you finish so I
no,
can
no.
hear this
In
fully. I'm
theory, you
sorry.
can't tell that the flag is red, bro. It look green from over here.
I
It only
mean,
look green, and I'm speaking from experience. It only looks green when you want it to look green, when you want this to fit your temporary desire. That's the only time it look green. Because if a girl is ugly, you gonna see all them little traits about herself that you is not feeling. Because of one thing you got to look past is that flaw. But if it's something intriguing you based on your flesh or based on this temporary satisfaction, nobody in these situations is assessing somebody even up to long enough before they sleep with them. This is temporary lust and people are rushing. That's why you can't see stuff. The rev people are who they are. They don't just change. A representative is only short term. It's just like a job. You have a representative on the interview, but they know pretty much in the training and after a while your work ethic.
Man, y'all
Why
say
don't men treat themselves like a men should treat themselves like a corporation? I don't know no corporation where if you start you doing no call, no shows, you showing up, you being violent, you're talking back, you're not being cooperative. I don't know no business that will keep you as an employee if you don't follow the policy.
that's a great point. But let's not act like Derrick Jackson didn't trick women for a decade,
He
almost a
didn't.
decade. All right,
What he
so
tricked them in?
come on, man. But
But
What
I,
did
I,
he
I
wanna
do
know why
I do
don't
like
they
that
leave the work?
corporation thing. So you do say that a man should have interns under him, right? Like side chicks.
No, you said that. I
No,
said
no,
he
you
should
say
treat
a
his
man should treat
relationship.
itself like a corporation. I need to be prepping your replacement at all times. Correct.
No, you said that. And you're trying to say that that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of businesses I've worked for. When you work for a company, if they hire you for that position. Now, if you tell the girl, you know what, and I want to believe in dating, you should date multiple people. You should not just be dating one person because that is why you're coming off so thirsty for that one person. It gives you time. You seen this person on Tuesday. It gives you more time in between to see them, see how what their hobbies are, how busy they are, what they have going on. A ain't shit itch is gonna usually do ain't shit hobbies. She
I
not
don't
doing
know.
nothing
I
productive. She not. You can assess somebody.
now
I'm sorry.
that's an interesting theory. Now, so you think that we should date more than one person?
I think we all should date. We're just dating. Dating is not a relationship. Dating is I'm
Listen.
trying to see if I want a relationship
So
with
what
you.
if she meet me and Fabo at the same time? Good talking
She just
niggas.
met you in favor.
She in trouble. She meet both of us. Like, because like, first of all, she ain't gonna know who to choose. I don't think that dating multiple people in the dating phase is good for her. She gonna find
Right.
herself fucked by two different dudes in a
Why do
mental
you think dating
tailspin.
is sex?
Why you
That's
think
the
dating is
problem.
sex?
Dating is not sex.
What the fuck is that? What?
You don't know how to get to know somebody without you what?
Yeah, text me or call or FaceTime.
Oh, and that's the problem. That's why men end up in these situations and they so shocked. I didn't see none of this because you didn't look for it. That's what you get. That's what you get. You paid for it, right? You was being a trick. You were just a high level trick, or you wanted to be her only trick. Because if you didn't care to get to know her and say, you know what, this is a woman I really want in my life, we shouldn't have to wait till y'all 40 in a club on a young girl annoying the fuck out of her for us to say, you know what, I kind of want to settle down now. You know, I think I kind of want to find the one. I kind of want to hit up Shirley from 20 years ago. No, you supposed to be intentional, Mr. Men who say we're intentional. Unless I think multiple women is usually a man who can afford and fund that type of lifestyle. For the
Mm.
average man who just want one woman, I think he should date multiple women. And I think
Whoa,
dating
whoa,
is
whoa.
dating.
Run
You're
that back, Turbo.
dating.
Mm.
The average man, one woman, same sentence, no correlation. No
You said the
correlation.
average man.
You said the average man who wants one woman, the average man do not want one woman.
Can
So
he afford multiple?
it's not even about the affording. Like he's still, God, man, we on the confession corner. We ain't hit a topic yet, y'all. Oh my, dang, this the wrong day to start late. I tell you that. Let's. I'm gonna have to respectfully concede so we can touch on some of these topics, right? Because I feel like we'll go back and forth all day,
We would.
and
You
I'm
could
I'm
paint.
really gonna bust your ass up. Like I'm just letting you know. I'm trying to be nice to you because this the first time you've
I
been
don't
on
have to
here.
be
Yeah,
nice.
because
Oh,
that.
this is nice.
But think about it though. Think about it, Lucky. If you date multiple guys at the beginning, that's the foundation. Then you figure, okay, I'm gonna talk to Tom more. But you started off giving your time to the other dude. So you were never 100% in. So I feel like you got to go
Yeah.
in and be the focus on one dude. You
Yeah.
can't be, you
You
know,
you fell in love with the percentage that you was getting from him.
right. And then look, get a lot of times it'll happen to me to where she picked John because John looked better on paper, but then she come back, hey, I made a mistake. No, you can't come
And
back
that's
around here now.
projection. That's an assumption. Because that's just like saying, because if I say to man and he decides, you know what, I want to take it further with you and have a relationship with you, I'm supposed to be like, oh, well, when we started off talking, when you just got my number, you didn't cut off the girl you was already talking to. So I don't, that's projection. And that comes with you can't control or possess anyone. You just experience them. So to think or teach our daughters, hey, when this one man come around and he say you the one, just only talk to him. I'm never going to teach that to nobody because you're just getting to know each other. What it is we want to have sex so fast. We're trying to make everybody the one or say, oh, just talk to me because I don't want to sleep with you or have to be competing with another man who probably knocked you down. That's really the truth. But if we're talking about process of elimination or being mature, you're going to really date to get to know somebody if this is the person you want to be with, unless you think dating is just something to just be out here doing. I think dating is not something you do for a long time when you're intentional. So if she likes you and she just got your number, it's kind of weird for men to think if she just start talking to you, she's supposed to cut everybody off. She don't know you.
Okay, so how do you cipher out if you date 6 dudes? How do you choose who's the one that you're gonna go further with
You
then?
can
If
start a reality
usually a
show.
woman is not dating 6 dudes. If she's dating 6 dudes, she's a whore.
Okay.
A woman
So
who's intentional,
Oh,
you don't even find 6 dudes that you actually like seriously.
okay, so how
So
many
that
dudes should a woman be dating at one time? Because you said date everybody, date multiple.
date the field, right?
meaning you should date viable options on both on valuable options on both standpoints. If you have 10 things and she has 8 out of 10 things, and then you might be another one that has 7, and but she had a little bit of personality, I think you do process of elimination. Most people are not the person that you're going to really mesh with. So if you're a man who likes a woman who's a little bit of sense of humor, she's a little bit
You
outgoing, she's
can't.
well versed in certain, that's not most women.
You can't
If
even
you like a
process.
woman,
You can't even
go ahead.
process the elimination without dating them though. So at some point you
Exactly. So why are you just dating one woman when you can't even assess what you like? You should date different women that fit a. Go ahead.
no, I'm you go one at a time. Me, I'm a guy, so we up to 4 and 5 at a time, and then they just start to decipher themselves out. But like the minute I find out that I'm a part of your roster, or I holler at Fabo, he said, "Hey, bro, I be talking to her too." Then you eliminate it.
That's too long though. That's not how to see. That's what I'm saying. I think we act like dating. You ever talk to somebody and then they is like, "Oh, we talking." What is talking? Stop titling stuff to just to attach yourself to somebody to control what they're doing. Talking is nothing, and date. The only thing that is valuable is marriage. So unless you're married to that person, y'all are single. Now there are steps you take if you want to be the only person to get to marriage. Yes, you should cut off people and just be in a relationship with that person. However, I'd be confused because then it'd be like, oh, well, I don't be talking to this person or I have a roster. No, because most people within the first conversation, you know if that person is a serious option for you. If you're just having small talk conversation, if you're talking about baddies or something that's irrelevant, but if you're talking about something to assess, can this man think on this level? Is he logical here? Does he think 10 steps ahead? Is he this or is this woman like this? You can really assess how somebody is based on the conversation you have before you even get out of the first week.
I don't know.
What the time you spending with them, make it count. Your time should be money. So when you got time, you should be able to assess how this person is. You see their habits, you see their social media, their algorithm, what they follow, what they wear,
And,
everything. You
and
can tell
listen,
somebody.
so we gonna get ready to move to the next topic, but I'm gonna leave off with this. If y'all woman intuition that good, you better make these decisions before you start dating. Like you need to go do a social media audit. You need to check his relationship resume. Do all that before. Don't do that in rotation with another man, because I'm telling you, you're gonna be disqualified when when he find out. So let's go ahead and move over to this next topic, and it kind of is in the same ballpark of this one. Then we're gonna kind of go left, but I think this one gonna be good. All right, because I like how Lucky kicking it right now. So let's pull up this topic right here. And it is entitled Body Adi 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 because Dr. Cheyenne Brown. Ugh. And y'all know, you might know how I feel about her. I feel like she say good shit, but I also feel like she's extremely misleading. She is under the impression that men with high body counts, like, is an actual loss. So let's play the clip and then we'll have a conversation. Okay, my fault.
With so many women has to do with the value.
Here we go. Let me restart it right quick. Okay. I think she's a grade A level bullshitter too, by the way. Here we go.
How much of having multiple women and sleeping with so many women has to do with the value that a man sees in himself? Society looks at a man who says, nah, like I'm 30 and I'm a virgin, as like, you're laughing at it. See, now keep it real. Russell Wilson has been called an L7, a dork, a cornball so many times by so many other black men who are actually cornballs, who are actually womanizers. A womanizer is a cornball, is low functioning. A man who cannot manage himself and his sexuality and his sexual appetite is a man who cannot govern himself.
I respect it, but it's just like, bro, like, at least
bro, what?
once,
Say it, bro, what?
At least
keep it 100.
Once.
At least once, what?
Like, you ain't been around the block. You haven't had sex at least one time.
Tell me what that one experience would do for him.
I support it, but like, I think that's probably the younger side of me.
But is that the younger side of you, or is that the societal influence
I feel like it
side
made
of you?
The society influence. And again, too, roles reversed. I would want a woman that literally hasn't had anybody touch her. You know what I mean? Before I can actually commit.
Why? What's the value in her? What's the value in her?
She hasn't been touched.
What's the value in not being touched? Does that make her more of yours?
Yeah, like, like, all right, cool. Like, this is my lady.
She's innocent.
Okay, so Dr. Cheyenne Brown is operating under the pretense that a man that has slept with a lot of women is an actual loss. Like, it's no good for society. Women shouldn't want these type of dudes. And then she even went to reference Russell Wilson. I'm gonna go to you first, Lucky, because you are a woman. How do you feel about this malarkey?
I don't really care for Cheyenne Bryant. I think she's one of the dumbest women to go around podcasts. And I think men keep inviting her so that they can say that this is how all women think, when really women think that she sounds stupid. But I think to say a womanizer is this, it's like, no, it's not. I think he's heterosexual. I think now the conversation is just kind of bash heterosexual men for liking attractive things, because if women really didn't like to be sexually desired or lusted after, they would put more clothes on. That's just a fact. Oh shit! So, including her, who wore that horrible naked outfit. Like, girl, shut up.
Yeah. I'm up down. I think this is gonna be a clean sweep. Then, I'm of the thinking like you. I think that I hate to hear the opinion of women when it comes to man hormones. Now, I'm not mad at y'all for having y'all standards, but to tell us how we should feel, and I also hate hearing that men are unsexually disciplined because they are having sex with more than one woman. That's just not true, okay? We turn down so much more, and if we wanted coochie, undisciplined sex man will take it. That's undisciplined. A pedo, a rapist. That's somebody who's undisciplined. If a man get turned down by a woman and he could see, okay, cool, I can't get it. Cool, but if he get it from her, and it was all consensual, he's still disciplined. He just probably want 3. So him not wanting one.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, I just don't like it because they like how we can't tell y'all about y'all cycles. A woman don't know the urge a man has to withdraw or fight back because we are in a committed relationship with you. It takes real work. And the perfect example is if you ever seen a dog in heat before? Like if you ever bring a dog around another dog that's in heat, the dog will lose his mind trying to get to the dog in heat. Like absolutely no sense. He cannot think. All he can see is that other dog and he want to get to him. That's kind of how like our spider senses is as a man. when it comes to women, and we have to contain that for the love
Mhm.
of. But I don't really like that aspect,
Mhm.
like when women get to tell us how we should govern our hormones with no experience at all.
I feel the same way on the opposite end because I don't like the conversation that makes it seem like it's only a man's nature to want to have sex with things that they find attractive. I think it's just our bodies are different. So by design, a woman should not. However, if you look at historically and before religion and societal things that step place, there was a different way that they do. You had women who had multiple men, you know what I'm saying, who had certain communities. So I think when we kind of get in these conversations, we just try to condemn men who are just not loyal and they're not trustworthy in that way. And I think there's a way to be lack discipline from having multiple women. I would disagree on that point because we see a lot of men lose everything they have chasing some pussy. So if you were disciplined and it was consent, consent doesn't mean anything. It's like, are you still able to be productive and get the ish done that you need to have done? Are
Yeah.
you still able to operate, or are you a man who's actually this same Ussy, like the story, like the letter, she's controlling him. He's
Mm-hmm.
not controlling the situation. I would guess he's allowing it because of that access. Because men who can get another, they're not going to tolerate that. But most men, like you just said, we pass it. We turn down Ussy all the time. That's your personal experience or men you know. The average man has 8 bodies by what 30 something years old. They're not that sexually active. So that's only a certain aesthetic of a man that can have that experience. So y'all could talk like that. Now, when we
Whoa.
online, you see men who don't have that experience, but they can say they do. They could say they do, but they
Yeah,
don't.
they
Which
don't.
is why when they interact with women, what do? The woman that stay tight. You could tell the men that are used to attractive women who, because that's what they do all around. They are
Yeah.
used to it, and the men that's not. The men that aren't, they're going to dismiss everything about themselves. They're going to be emasculated by her because they don't respect
Yeah,
themselves.
and that's what me and my guy Sean was talking about. Like the better the woman is, a man tends to tailor his program around her, and like
Mhm.
yeah, they do that a lot. So
Mhm.
Fabo, did you have anything to say about that, bro?
I don't, it's crazy how she trying to change the roles. For a lot of times, the most experienced man is the one that was desirable. Like women know if you don't come with experience, women usually don't want to deal with you.
That's a
Facts.
fact. Yeah,
So
Experience isn't lack of discipline, though.
and
yeah, I mean, yeah, true,
Yeah,
yeah,
you could
but
be an experienced married man,
I
ex
hate.
yeah,
ex husband.
I
You know what
also
I'm saying?
hate how they like it's kind of like when Colin Kaepernick was kneeling and everybody was saying he was disrespecting America, but they knew he was kneeling for black people. I hate when they say that black men call Russell corny. Well, yeah, we call him corny because he's corny, not because he treats Sierra right and he
right,
a stepdaddy. That's not what we. I hate when they purposely try to conflate the two.
yeah.
Yeah, like
I mean,
he
yeah,
he
that's true.
he a cornball because he's just a cornball. He do corny shit. Him taking care of Sierra, being married to he Lil Future stepdad. Like that's to me that's his claim to fame, even over his Super Bowl rings. He Future let him be his stepdad, and that's yeah. Like he to me he just I don't understand why they be
I
trying
hear
to.
men call him corny because he's with Sierra and she's a baby mother.
What-
I hear that all
No,
the time.
But that's
yeah, well,
that's
that's
that's a
incorrect too.
cornball move. That's a
What that?
cornball move. You know, I don't. You know how I feel about stepdaddies or step anything.
But that, come on now, dog,
Man, come
come
on,
on.
man. You know, I feel like this about dub steps, two steps.
Yeah, I get it, but you come on, you have to be a lenient, bro. Like, so you just because a woman got a kid, so she should just be condemned to be single forever, bro.
No, I think she should make it work with her baby daddy.
How?
Because for
Why?
the same reasons Lucky thought. Hey, you you had a baby bomb. Make him an honest man. Make him an honest lady. Y'all work this shit
A woman
out.
can't make no man honest. What you just create just now?
Some bullshit. I ain't never heard honest man before. You
Ain't
right.
no, but you said it women getting on one knee. That's what I
Some
thought about.
bullshit.
No, but yeah, I mean, if you can make it work, if your baby father didn't marry another woman and find a stepmother, you know what I'm saying?
And I
If that
said,
happens too, you can't always go back. Or sometimes people's baby, I know somebody who's not with their baby father because he passed away. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's a
that's
lot of reasons
different.
why.
You'll get a
And I
waiver for
think
that.
too, I think too, Sierra's situation is because they were able to see her relationships, so
It,
I think that's
I don't know, man. I just don't like how y'all. I said this before. I don't like how y'all downgrade Future. Like, if we give Russell his flowers for being a stepdaddy, let's give Future his flowers, bro. He got
No,
30.
for what?
He
no.
For
How
got.
about
what?
this? How about
How,
this?
how long,
If
Fabo?
Russell,
Oh,
hold up. If Russell corny, can we admit that Future a fuckboy?
How is Future not corny?
Future, what the nigga? What?
This is a problem. See,
Okay, we
Mr.
finna get
Lee,
into
this
it.
is a problem in our community. We're gonna say Russell Wilson, a man who had a clear slate. He never said dirty sprite legendary, stick your finger in the butt. He ain't
Bro,
never just made a whole bunch of kids and say I'm a rock star, so I can't be there for them all the time. He don't have that, but men are saying he's corny. The
No,
man who didn't produce nothing but BS and dysfunction. Men admire him. How was he corny?
hold
Because
on,
he
you
got jewelry and he
nothing
can
but
F on you.
BS. You
What?
must ain't heard Hendrix. You must ain't heard Dirty Sprite too. You must ain't heard Street Caught Up.
I have, and he's still. What does that mean? Because he's popular. The whole. Are we talking about family? We're talking about rebuilding
Oh,
community and conversation. Can we
okay,
not act like
Lucky.
in the same conversation? Russell's corny, who has a clean. We should be champion Russell. We should not
What?
be champion of Future with what he represents. Do we? What?
Watch this. For the
Y'all
same
crazy.
reason y'all like Russell for being a stepdaddy, you have to
Y'all
acknowledge.
projecting.
You have to acknowledge
We don't
the
like Russell
way
for being
Future
stupid.
take care of his 30 girlfriends. He
Why do I have to acknowledge that?
because he is all of their fathers. When he go to the Chanel store,
What does that
he
mean when he has children who need fathers, and you're allowing another man to be a more active father in your child's life because you want to go father 30 grown ass itches? Get the hell out of here. For you
no,
to be
absolutely not. You
what?
can't
Don't piss
listen.
me off.
You can't
Don't
take.
piss me off.
You can't take
Don't
Future.
piss
You
me
can't
off.
take
No.
Future accreditations
You on
away.
bullshit.
No,
You
you
on
can't
bullshit.
take
I'm
what
not.
Future is doing for 30 women away.
What he doing? What he doing?
He
What he
taking
doing for
care of
us?
30 women.
What he's
They
speaking on
don't
right
have
now?
daddies.
Get the hell out of here.
Listen,
Only in the South.
they don't have
Only in the
daddies.
South.
They don't have daddies. Future are not their daddies. He's doing the same thing that Russell is doing. That's a fact. So you can't say that Russell is a great stepdaddy and then turn around and say Future is not. Because
Future be on dirt, bro.
Future take care of classroom field full of women. 30. Most people can't even teach that many people at one
It sounds
time.
like you a fan.
Me?
You want to do that? You want 30 women? You wish you had 30 women?
I'm married. I'm married. Listen, I understand
But
my
I'm
limitations.
saying, as a married man, you're championing a man who's anti-marriage, anti-family.
Who
and
says
putting
that?
down a man that's more similar to you. Don't you like football and you have a wife?
Yeah, I
He's
like
more
football,
similar
but
to you.
listen.
You putting his archetype
me-
He said
down
he
and say
love
he's
all his
corny.
women though.
Yes.
Say he
And you
love
gonna
all
bring
his
up
women.
Future, and you're saying Future is something based on women who are probably like the
Fu-
story in the women. Of the
Future
story
has
you just
housed
said,
30 women, bro. Do you know how many women? Do you know we'll have to pay for that? If Future let all them go, they welfare recipients. We'll have to pay for that. Future is saving us from that. Get out of here, bro. Nobody calling Russell corny because he taking care of little Future.
You a Christian, huh?
Me? I'm an atheist.
Yeah. Shit.
I'm an atheist. That's what it is. Hold on, let me show you the video him and Sierra dropped the other day. Let me pull this out, and please don't ever call me a Christian again.
I just noticed that people from the South, when they have like a Bible Belt thought process, they think a certain way.
I most definitely
Okay.
did though. I used to be super Christian, super Christian. I know all the verses and stuff. Yep.
They usually have this thing where they, I don't know why, I don't know, maybe it's the thing with the South and Future. I don't understand. I don't understand it.
Yeah, but honestly, bro, I just really want us to put more respect on Future for what he do, bro. Cause I don't think he get the respect that he get. Cause
I don't think we should be parading it though, bro.
nah, bro, he taking care of 30 women. 30 taking care of 30 people is taking care of 30 people.
So,
But I thought men don't like women who are. Never mind. We ain't gonna go there. Let's keep going.
okay. I'm finna take it there since you going there. So we gonna parade tricking?
No. Hell no.
Sound like it.
No, those are his women. They belong to Future. They got an AP.
No, it's his turn.
No, they get APs. That's like that's like
Yeah, but let
that's
him
like the
one. He
Social
one
Security.
lawsuit away.
That's like
He one lawsuit away, or anything from losing money from losing 30 bitches. So how
that's
well he
like a
got
birth
them?
certificate for Future for rich niggas. Like we can't say now. Don't try to take that away from Future and say that he don't love his children, bro. That's
I
like
think
saying
men
Russell.
like rich. I think men admire rich men more than women
I
do.
don't admire
The
Future
way
because he
y'all
rich.
give them a pass just because they have money is crazy.
Nah, we ain't gonna
That's
do that.
crazy.
God damn, my mouth.
Y'all are giving him a pass. Oh yeah, because Future he gets to make all the babies he want and not be responsible for them. He gets to sometimes send the money. He gets to have all the women I wish I could lay with. I mean, he got it made. When it's like, what are we
Nah,
talking about?
Future be doing cornball shit, 2K.
Hold on, bro. Let me get this. My mouth just went out. Today is not my day, girl.
Yeah, I can't let Future off the hook, bro. He be doing corny shit, bro.
Do we?
Let me get my charger.
Yeah, he be doing corny shit, bro.
Alright. Let me put this mouse on the charger. Alright, so let me show you. I got the picture right here, the video of why we are called a Russell corny. Alright? And it's not because he's, once again, a step dummy, or whatever you want to call it.
He may be just socially awkward, I think.
But if that's the grounds why we calling you corny, just don't act like it's because of something else.
Because that what his teammates say he was always separated and stuff. So like he could just be socially awkward, bro.
Now check this out, right? Let's look at the facial expression of
real bad bitch got on double D's.
Now, most women, if they seen that nigga looking like this in the background, they won't even post the video. That's a fact. Okay? I know y'all finna act like this cute and act like y'all like it, but take a look at Mr. Cornball. Look at this. Look at this. This ain't corny. That ain't corny.
What's corny? I mean, he don't have to be attractive to other men. I'm just saying, but are men upset that women find him attractive?
No. We just calling out, if this was us, this would be corny.
That is most men. Most
men ain't that corny.
What is corny about him? I don't see what he did other than he's probably stiff. Most men can't dance. And when your woman is doing the TikTok in front of you, you're like, or you're doing like, what is he doing?
Listen, if most men can't dance, you know what we are not going to do? Get in a dance video.
But if I'm rich and I'm careless and I'm just happy with my family, you know what I'm gonna do? Have fun with my family and not care what it look like.
Oh shit! Oh shit! See, women like to think that because you are glorifying them, it overrides everything, and that you won't look at them like they're a cornball.
That's not true. I think women like Russell because we like a presenting faithful family man.
No,
that actually is money. We like Marcus Black. Nobody brings up Marcus Black. I like him a lot. However, they all show traits of married men who are in line with their woman. They like being family men. The problem is we have men who are trying to be Future and have a family later on. They want a woman to submit to him while he does everything else. No, you have to be in order. If you're not ready for that structure, then you're not ready.
No,
because if you look at
look, for the most part, Russell represents a redemption arc for women bad decisions. Okay, this the proof that they can goddamn me have a baby by a loser and a champion can raise him. A winner would raise him. That's all Russell represents to women. Their redemption arc from putting that pussy in the street, and he's the goddamn the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow that most of y'all won't ever get a chance to experience. Not saying you, women in general.
No, that's a fact. Two things could be true because it's the same thing where most people are happy for the promiscuous woman that finds a man. You know what I'm saying? In media, we see it all the time with female rappers. I mean, I think that two things could be true, but I think also it's something to say about men who champion that, not the corny man, because most men are corny and they get passed up and they say, oh, they want the cool guy, they want the pookie, but then the dude online, not you, But the men online would get online and champion Future because they wish they could be his archetype.
No, we not.
They don't want to be corny. They don't want to be a husband. They don't want to be that. There's, I think, a lot of men that are in that position. They have to be that because that's the only way they get access. If men who had the attraction, the ability, they would be way, way, way less marriages.
Listen,
and they would not have a need to be married.
So we not championing Future because he has a bunch of kids and a bunch of baby mamas. The nigga is just cool. Oh shit! Oh shit! His music is cool. His fashion is cool.
They said open up the lines too, cuz.
Okay, the lingo cool. It's the nigga cool. Why can't y'all just fathom that we like Future?
And why can't y'all just fathom Russell is cool? There's different
Russell ain't cool.
We gotta stop saying that loser street shit is cool now. Can we grow up?
Look at it, 30
That's
bags.
something we thought was cool when we was 18 and we was young. As you get older, that is not cool. Nobody wants their son to be like that other than the money. But we talking about a man who had got known because strippers liked his music and that was the first place. It's no problem. We all listen to me. I love trap music, all kind of music. But I'm not about to sit up here and act like cool is cool for a husband. What are the qualities of a husband? She found one that was the quality of a husband. And usually the quality of a husband would be what the player dude finds corny. That's it. Just like the dude that goes to all his classes and finish his work, nigga, you corny. Our culture, your parents.
No, we don't know. No, those the lies.
That's how we look at it.
Those the lies y'all like to sprinkle in, bro. We don't be shaming niggas for doing their work and making good grades. I have never seen nobody get shamed for that. Not one time.
So you've never heard in our community there was a dweeb and a dork and you about to go to class and what you about to do? Yes, you get teased for that. What we found, what was cool then was not Russell. What's cool is the dysfunction, the person that's out there in the street, the person that has that fast, promiscuous life. It is not the person that is head down in the book focused. Women don't even find that attractive. Women don't even appreciate that until a person like Future then broke their heart a few times. Now they understand the value of what they're trying to get. The same thing with men trying to make Bernice Burgos be this Michelle Obama. And then a woman is trying to make Future be this picket fence husband. It don't align.
Russell is a grown man.
You're going to have to get a corny woman or a corny man. Corny, quote unquote. Corny.
Okay, so yeah, we just going to have to, I hate saying agree to disagree. But I really do. I'm listen, cuz if Sierra had another stepdad and that nigga was cool, I just call him cool. I'll just call him cool. But I'm not going to say Russell was cool just because he's a stepdaddy, bro. He ain't cool. Before Sierra, he was with a white woman. That's what you get for not being cool.
Tay Diggs been with white women. I think Tay Diggs is cool, and people would say Tay Diggs is corny.
He was with. Okay, hold on. We got a phone call. Ace, what's the word, bro?
I just want to say, can we evaluate who Sierra was with before she was with Russell? The type of nigga she was with.
Yeah, she got. I want to say a type, but she definitely had a prototype of the man that she liked.
Right. That's not Russell Westbrook. That's not him at all.
That's a fact. But I'm not saying that the change is bad, right? Because obviously she wants succeeding in that lane.
You grow up.
She wants
what you like when you was younger.
She didn't. All right, bro. She didn't grow up. She failed. Okay, she wasn't.
And you grow up from your failures. We've all failed.
She didn't succeed with her type.
She succeeded. She had one kid. She was baby mama number something, which is crazy. However, she didn't get the relationship she worked. So it sounds like people are saying, Sierra, once it didn't work out, just be by yourself for the rest of your fucking.
We ain't saying that, but y'all can't force cool on us when it's clearly corny.
But you can't tell us what's cool to us, just like we can't tell you how you feel about your sex drive.
It wasn't cool to y'all,
as a man.
It wasn't cool to y'all before Future.
No, it don't matter because it's just like the same thing. A man could have been attracted to a certain type of woman, but then as he got older, he tired of these damn. Look how many men say they tired of super pretty women. I just want a decent woman. They may have had that. That doesn't. So you're saying because she dated a man or she was with a certain type of man when she was in her younger 20s, that means that after babies are supposed to mature you, failures are supposed to mature us. A lot of things are supposed to mature us. However, because we're dysfunctional, you're gonna learn, like you said, through that process of we're both messed up.
And I don't.
So some people in a
You
situation when
right.
that
You right.
happens, they can choose differently because now you're a mother.
You right. Listen.
So unless you're just saying I could be a single mother, why would I pick another type of future who is not a father?
But I think
That makes no sense.
You right. Overall, you right. I didn't think that it matured her though. It's detoured her. What she figured out was, hey, I can't hang in these lanes with the rappers, the street niggas, the trap. No, okay, I need something a little bit more stable, more family oriented. And once again, there is nothing wrong with choosing that prototype. But you can have. I'm family oriented, right? I care about my family. I have a wife. People don't call me corny. Ever. So that you can do everything that Russell do and not be corny.
But some people may call you corny. A woman can call you corny because she may say, because you fit certain archetypes of a F nigga. She could like, I'm just so turned off at a certain age, and he still is women who like men who wear hats. But as she get older, why is your hat still backward? Well, can we dress differently? Can we mature the look? Can we get into a mindset that comes with growth? Why are we acting like, I don't know? Y'all got it.
I don't know. I think at a certain age when we start like comparing nigga clothes, I think niggas just running out of shit to wear. And that's another reason why we kind of like Future, because we know this nigga old as fuck, but he still be putting that shit on. Like that's cool. Future old.
He's not old.
Well, Future actually did change his birthday. He said he went back to 27. So no, I'm serious. This nigga actually said he went back to 27, bro. He went back to 27. But anyhow, let's get on to this next topic, man. We got 7 minutes. I don't know how we gonna make this work, but I definitely want to hear your opinion about this. But I'm being very stupid right now. Okay, because we got to get you out of here on time. But maybe you can help us understand this. Now I know don't neither one of us have like personal experience with this subject, but I just like to theorize with it and try to guess why. So what's been going on seemed like forever, but like a real prevalent with rich men, ex-wives, they are starting to keep their last names. Okay. For the life of me, I do not understand it. Maybe you can help us understand it. We're gonna watch like 2 of their clips and try to process their train of thought on why they done it. So let's
Candy too? That's crazy for her to do it.
My way out to see what that's like.
Are you keeping last hyphenated name Tucker?
Yeah, because my little kids said Ace Tucker and Blaze Tucker.
Okay, that makes
and then
sense.
I got Riley Bird.
That makes sense.
Because I paid for this name in blood, sweat, and tears. Literally. Like, after watching What's Love Got to Do with It, I was in the midst of it and coming out of it, and I understood why she said, you can have everything, but I'm keeping this name. Nobody knows what it's like to be me. And
now, you kept your last name. Tell me about that.
Those are my children's last name.
Okay.
Social Security office, changing all your credit cards, and it just was simpler. And then
okay. Fabo, why do you think that a woman would divorce but keep the last name outside of because you want the last name to be the ones that your kids have?
She really still want to be affiliated with that nigga because that's the excuse, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's the excuse. You know what I'm saying? Because typically we know the kids gonna have the father last name. Your name can be different. Like it's you the mama, can't nobody deny that. So trying to keep the same last name as your kids, bro, you just trying to hold on, man.
Okay. Lucky.
I agree, but I also think it's different I get what Candy is saying, but in that situation, you the prize. I mean, I'm just being fun. You know what I'm saying? I think we're all special, but just you're Candy Burris. We don't even who the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. So Candy Burris is the name. Candy Tucker, like Burris is the name that I think that he should want to keep. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I get the whole thing with the kids, but if it was so important to keep the name for the kids, we should have kept the nigga too. So you can't just try to keep the name and then say, oh, the relationship didn't work out. And when it comes to R. Kelly's ex, this is the only time people care to talk to her is when she bringing up R. Kelly. So the same thing with Nicole Murphy. If she had Nicole something else, it wouldn't ring in our ears. Murphy is a household name. So who wouldn't want to be attached to Eddie Murphy? I think all of the rest of them just want to be attached because they're irrelevant without the name. But Candy's the only one that I don't know why she would want to.
Yeah.
But see, my thing is like, if you want the perks of the name and you want to be attached to the name, why not be attached to the man who gave you the name? I don't get it. It's like, I'm gonna leave McDonald's, but I still want to wear my work shirt at my new job. Like, it don't make no sense. Like, once we over, we over. Get that back, bro. This comes with a badge of honor. This is something that means something to me, my last name. That's why I only did it with you. You can't keep it. If you want to keep the name, keep me.
Yeah.
But I don't think that that's fair, bro. I think that should be I think that should be illegal or something, bro. Like, cause I seen my grandma do it. Like, my grandma and my granddad got a divorce. My granddad had made my grandma a Barksdale. Outside of her having the same name as her kids, I do not know why you would want to keep the name outside of the status. And if you want the status, stay with the man. If you want everything that come with him, take everything that come with him. Not half of it.
But you still keep the status based on the name.
Yeah, but that's not fair because I'm letting folks know, hey, if me and my wife ever get divorced, no, she stop her at the door. She not getting in on my marriage. No, I got my new chick here.
Well, I'd say the name stays home.
Yeah,
my granddad.
Come on now.
Oh shit!
I thought about that a minute ago. I didn't want to be crazy because I was thinking he literally was in court. Oh, I'm fighting for my.
I built.
No, you know the funny thing about that. To your point, Tina wasn't even her name, and she fought for the.
Yeah.
Tina Turner he made the whole thing up.
Yeah, like, well, she earned the Tina Turner.
She earned. I feel like in certain situations, well, man, do y'all think a woman can earn her last name to you? Because even to Dreka, even to her with R. Kelly, well, I'm not even her. None of them really. Because I feel like I'm gonna just say anybody who's actually worked with the man to build him up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think you should keep the name. Or you've been with him since what was Ghost, the guy, his wife. Amari Hardwick, his wife was with him before we even knew of his first acting.
You know he said Tasha. You should have said at least Angela if you gonna say so. You know, hey, come on. We talking about the real wife.
Yeah, it's like his wife. You know what I'm saying? I think when you take their last names or like Shawnee O'Neal, I think it makes sense. You know, but if you really didn't contribute, no, it don't make sense.
Yeah, Shawnee O'Neal.
No, I think Shawnee O'Neal makes sense because she was with him when he was shooting in a gym. She tolerated a lot of not just infidelity, rumored STDs. She's tolerated him spending, and she's had all his children, and she's kept a lot of his money saved from their story. She deserves.
She told Shaq in his face that she never loved him.
So what? I mean, so what? Look what he put her through. I would say the most horrific stuff to somebody who hurt me so deeply.
I mean, you really
love that man. If she didn't love him, she wouldn't want his name.
Well, she want the status that come with it. That's what she want. She don't want the name.
Let's use Miss R. Kelly. Look at what he was charged with.
Yes.
Why would you want to be attached to somebody so egregious, right?
Because
that's because it.
He was somebody greater first. He went.
Okay, so my thing is too, because they are great men. No matter if they hurt you, they're still good enough to keep his name because I feel like I went into it with you. I purchased whatever they feel entitled to. You get what I'm saying? That's just what I mean. Like they feel entitled to the blood, sweat, and tears behind how you got your name. Whether we agree or not, you know what I'm saying? Because shit, you know,
that's crazy.
But, yeah,
I want that back. I want that back. Like that got to be in a divorce decree. Hey,
Why y'all won't take her last name? All these women who
Whoa.
have these homes.
Okay. She done clearly
I feel
lost
like
it.
men out there, go ahead, get you a woman with a house. All these women bragging about get you a woman with a house and take her last name and put the stuff that's in there, share her assets. What's wrong with y'all?
I take
Hey,
Oprah last name.
you know, Mr. Winfrey Berry.
Man, listen, man. My name is my name. I built mine's
Look at
out.
Kris Jenner. You think Kris Jenner need his last name? Kardashian hitting alone, and it ain't even her last name. She could just call herself Kris. But Kris Jenner, I think it is a little bit of, this is my name. I want to be attached to my kids. I think that matters too. I think if she married this black man, she not taking his name.
Let me get to these super chats. Shout out to Otis Who Network. I think I don't want to get it bad. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Great show and convo. Shout out to Ill Philosopher Radio. Shout out to the $5 super chat. Dating is a structured courtship, not sex. Shout out to my nigga Spaces with the $5 super chat. My friend Lucky on DPMO. Lucky is definitely better than 96.7% of the female-led content channels out here. She is one of the very few that I sub to. Hey, she do got a great platform. I did see y'all in the comments not knowing who she was, calling her a great value. Molly, no. Molly,
I can't even see the chat, so that's funny.
yeah, Molly is good at what she do, but Lucky holds her own, okay? And she's multifaceted. She talk about drama. She talk about stocks, politics, and all of the above.
I think it's interesting because I quit YouTube, so I'm only really over here just as a favor.
I feel like you quit a lot. Because this ain't the first time I seen you. I feel like I seen you like 2 years ago, and then I lost that channel. So I think you might have had a little.
Someone else right now who's a friend is posting stuff and helps it because they don't think I should quit. But I did. I got a whole other channel.
See, look, yeah, you can't keep quitting. You got to, you know, I ain't got to tell you. You know how this goes.
You know what? I come back just for the people like Spaces because it's like, okay. But I quit because I just would like to see evolution from the sector that I'm on. Like I wish I could be on the whole other side. But it's like I do care so much about how we got here. But it's just disappointing to see in real time what we choose to entertain. You know what I'm saying? So it just be like, let me get off the internet.
Yeah, you it's crazy because you caught in the niche and you go away and then you come back, but it's the same niche you coming back to. And I don't know. I kind of suffer from it too. I don't know how
What's my niche?
Huh?
What's my niche? Because you said talk about multiple things.
Yeah, but you know the drama is what do the views. Let's be honest.
But yeah, but there's also things that do views. I just think black people like a certain type of stuff because look, when you said I know you know our trade because you showed up. You know how many people watched that and they would have to tell me, oh, she in a pyramid scheme. Oh my God, what she got going on? What is this over here? What? But you can get spontaneous a hell of people just from talking about BS when we know everybody who showed up is broke. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm not even into it. I was just I had heard somebody but see I had already had a previous run in with you. Nothing bad or nothing. But somebody was like, oh, she like this, like this. And I like to see what is it? Like, is it true? You was talking about stocks that day. And I like, okay. So I like to form my own perception of people.
I was talking about options. So yeah, that's really what I've been into. I was hoping to find people who knew something because I wasn't trying to teach. Just if you know, let's get in, let's hold each other accountable, check in. Everybody inquire, but nobody's actually about to start. You know what I'm saying? So that's really why I went live that day. Other than that, like it's cool to talk about this stuff, but come on now,
well, I mean, can I sneak this last topic in, or if you got to go, I can respect.
Go ahead, let's talk about it. I'm over here chilling with you, 2K.
Cool. All right, let's do it.
I'm waiting to piss you off. You ain't been pissed off yet.
Oh no, you got to get in your bag for that one, cuz.
Black TV said he the one that getting picked off.
Yeah, Black get more pissed off than me. Yeah. And I'm pretty cool because I'm a troll too, so I get right back with you. But it won't be nothing bad. Like we'll have a little chit powwow. Friend or enemy? Oh, wait, I'm stupid. Oh yeah. Here you go, right here. All right, let me pull this up right here. It's the last top of the day, and it's more on like the politician side. Shout out to my dog Mika, the messy conservative. She posted this right here, And it was, to me, it was dope. So let's take a listen, then we can break it down. Okay, it's pull it up.
People are what? You are either a friend or an enemy at this point. There is no more, oh, everyone's allowed to have their own political view. No, the fuck you ain't. Either you got the ones we got, or you got to get the hell on. That's where we at with it. That is how life or death this situation is. We don't got too comfortable with this to each its own. Everybody could know the hell you can't, bitch. Not when people around here dying. Not when cost of living through the roof. Not when we at war. Not when they hunting people down like animals. Not when families being torn apart. Not with racist policies being put in place. Not with voter suppression going on. Not with alligator Alcatraz going on. No ma'am. Not with our young boys going over there to war and returning back in caskets. No ma'am. And y'all love throwing out black people ain't a monolith. To hell you say. Today we is, bitch.
Wait, black people are what?
You are either a friend.
So, friend or enemy? Do you think that the black community should be moving in lockstep with each other, especially when it comes to, well, primarily we talking about politics. So when it comes to politics, do you think that the black community should be moving in lockstep with each other? If we rolling red, all of us should roll red. If we rolling blue, all of us should roll blue. How do you feel about that, Lucky?
I just had like two different thoughts. Um, I think all black people should be on the same accord, but what accord is that? If we have a gay man who's also a gay man who was accepted only because black women allowed you to be in, but your platform also shows that you disrespect black women. We also do not honor and respect education. So a lot of people are just emotionally led to think this is the only president now that's racist. And if you kind of speak anything to logic, we think you're anti this or against us. So we're pretty much just closed minded. So I think we should be on the same page, but I don't think the people that are saying that are even on a page to even be speaking, because if we were on the same page, no gay man would be leading no type of revolution or anything. No way. I'm not saying that gay men are not smart. I'm not saying any of that. But if we're talking about image, no other group has gay men out front speaking about their politics. No other group. Now, yeah, he is on social media, but us as a black community, the things that we champion to get up there in those spaces to talk about really are against who we are. We champion black people who say we don't deserve ish. When we all are effed up talking about relationship dynamics, we can't get together because of dysfunctions and households that were systematically broken up, that we have to keep reminding our own skin folk of what happened to us. And it ain't Jim Crow just ended in 1968 or 69.
That's a fact.
Or was what in the 60s, I'm just say. So it's like grandparents, we still have people from that who lack education. We have a lot of people who lack information, and we're learning things today. So I think we should be on the same page. But what page is that if we're not even in the same house? You can't get on the same page if we ain't in the same house. Some people think, oh, I want a God-fearing man. Don't even know what the hell that is. Then you got some people like you, I'm atheist. And it's like, so you had a walk of life that you even saying that is going to disconnect you from most of the black population in America. What? And then on top of that, the term black, we got to get on the same accord to stop calling ourselves black, which black is not a tie to no country, no nation, no political rights. Nothing. It's not even, you're not even identified as human. So we first have to get on the same page as far as education and who we are. And we think that we're just children of Jesus Christ. That's it. We ain't got no nothing else.
Amen. Hallelujah. I agree with you on this one. Black people are the monolith, bro. And what they trying to do is almost it's dictatorship, dog. And and y'all be giving me pushback when I say that the black community is ran by a matriarchy. I know as man that we don't want to agree with it, but let's be honest, nigga. 87.3% of all black people voted motherfucking for Kamala, and we know why, because we was told to by whom. Okay.
Yeah.
So
no.
Come on now. Hold on now, look. I thought we were going in on a good note, man. Damn, bro.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, but in all honesty, bro, we are allowed to be our own person, bro. If you like these policies, if you like those policies, do as you please. Cause at the end of the day, it's all an illusion. It really don't matter. I think if you ask me, we be talking shit about the communists. I think we are in the same boat that they're in, but there's an illusion that we're not. You think your vote matter. Ha 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 ha. If your vote matter, the grossest won't be high, the goddamn gas won't be down at $10 right now. That's the shit that the people want. Why the people ain't getting what they want? Your vote matter, don't it? Okay. Fabo?
Well, I think as black people, we should get together and fund our own person who gonna look out for us instead of giving us people. Let us choose our own. Let's come together, put our money together, and let's put our own person in that seat to represent us.
Man, that fuck gonna kill her. But that's not the attitude. What I just said is not the attitude that we should display to your idea. You're right. It's a lot of people with great ideas, and a nigga like me will say some bullshit like that and shoot the movement down while providing no solution. So you right. Let me shut the fuck up. You right. Let me shut the fuck up. Lucky, you want to give me some retort back on what I was saying about the 87.3%?
I just think it's interesting that we speak like we under a matriarchy, and that's the problem. But the first letter that man was under, that is the problem that we have before we even can start voting. What is going on in your own household that you can't control? So if the backbone of the community are our men, and our men think they are subjected to abuse from women that they choose, and we're talking about, we the problem is when I agree, but then you would have to keep that same energy when judging men who send you letters, to not coddle them, to say, yeah, you know, these women is bad. Pour into them, make them know that you can be that. Maybe you go to the gym, redirect your focus, go talk to somebody to build your character, so you don't have to be subjected to always being beat down to women in society that say you're not something because they're dysfunctional.
Well, see,
I feel like I would love to hear more men speak life into men instead of just passing a buck to something else, and they're not working on themselves, because he can meet another woman and have the same outcome.
And we do, but
if we have a problem with the matriarchy, you should have a problem with the matriarchy in your house.
Listen, so this is why the matriarchy get to live in our house and in the community, right? Because they took the power away. All right.
No, they didn't.
Absolutely.
No, they didn't.
Absolutely.
No, we're not gonna go back to 1960 something.
We not.
This man is in his house, allowing a woman to disrespect him. That is today. We can't bring up what happened in 1980 something.
Hey, if all the women the same, the majority of the black community, they are. They got the same hairdo, the same eyelashes, the same little swiggly.
Okay, then all men are the same.
For the
majority, they down low. They're in their criminal records. Can we do that to each other? No, we don't want to keep doing that.
Look here, there's no solution right now for a hard-headed woman. Do not say leave. No, what's the solution? Lucky, you
are not gender specific.
How can a man, Lucky, in 2026, how can a man get you to get your shit together? And please don't say talk, because we gave you 3 verbal warnings.
How can a grown man help a grown woman get her ish together?
How can a man tell you what to do and make you do it, show dominance, show that he's the leader without, I don't really want to say it because I don't want to throw the conversation, but they took away the tools to make a woman listen. Because I said this on the show, when there's no threat of violence, there's no consequence. Discipline?
And I think that's sad that men have to resort to adult whoopings to try to get a woman in line. When I understand, I get it. I get the conversation, right? If there's nothing that helps me keep this woman, you can't make nobody listen. Just like you can't make your child listen to a certain age. You can keep whooping them, but after a while, you can't make them listen. It's based on they have to fear a consequence. The only time you have control is fearing a consequence. We have laws that people break all the time. Then once they get that consequence, they can either make a different decision or not.
You ain't answer the question.
If the police can't control us, what makes you think you can control anybody? What you do?
You ain't answer the question.
What we do is create an environment. You create an environment of a consequence. So if she doesn't feel that there's a consequence that she will lose you, if she doesn't listen, if she doesn't cooperate, there is no incentive to listen to you. Why should I listen to you?
How is you losing me a L when if we marry, you taking half of everything? You
See, now
coming
you're
up.
adding
Okay,
context.
okay.
Why did you marry someone who don't listen to you? How did we get down the aisle?
Bro, believe it or not, in 2026, they don't listen. And it is magically happened when
This
they
is
took
not new though. This is not new.
it magically this movement happened when something got took off of the table. We can act stupid all we want to, but if there's no sense of violence, then women know that. Hey, niggas be telling me
So what?
you need to talk to her, bro. Nigga, that's all I can do. And that's all I've been
So you're
doing.
saying
What's
that
next?
there is no there the men that have wives and loving sweet wives. You're saying that there is no such thing as that. The only way that they got that is beating that woman.
No, I
That
didn't
is
say
not
beat.
true, and I'm
See,
so sorry that's y'all
nah, nah,
experience as
nah, nah. See, I
toxic
that's where y'all
people.
go straight to.
Because
Y'all go
when
straight
you
to the
like
extreme. Y'all go straight
no,
to the
you
extreme.
you made it extreme because if I have to beat somebody to listen to me and I'm supposed to be responsible to die for you and take, I don't want you around me. But
Yeah.
you're not, you don't like me.
No,
That doesn't make sense. And then you're gonna grow old with this woman and she's the person that you want to do not resuscitate on your ass.
bro,
That don't make sense.
the best thing a man
That
can
doesn't
do,
make
the
sense
best,
as a man that does as a man or any adult who
it
wants to control something. Why would I choose something I can't control or that has a reputation or a character or shows traits that she can't listen even in conversation?
because listen, bro, everything the ball is literally with y'all. Y'all got the ear of the white man, right? Y'all have the ear of the white man. Family court is in y'all favor. The divorced people in y'all favor. It behooves you to actually fuck me and lead a relationship. But this what I tell my man, right? Get with a woman that had a father, okay? Because that is a woman that was disciplined. Now, y'all don't like the idea of being disciplined because you at a certain age, but you won't say how you acting, the age you really acting. You might be 22, but your actions is very much 12. You might be 32, but your actions is very much 14. And your dad hands you over to me, and I know how your daddy would have handled this. He would have whooped your ass with love, but I can't for some strange reason. Although he gave me the key to you. So all I can do is tell my fellas is please get with a woman that has already came pre-approved with discipline. Because other than that, bro, you are at a disadvantage. And lucky you a smart woman, I can't see how you could disagree with it.
I don't know. I just think y'all make a lot of coddling excuses for why y'all can't rise up. Y'all say stuff like, I don't have a voice. Like, who took it? Like, you can't speak up.
Yeah.
It's just something I think we can't fix once y'all get to the dating scene because it's something that maybe y'all upbringing failed y'all to where y'all are so emasculated that you think you can't speak up in your relationship
Speaking is
because
all
I
we
don't know if
can
it's the
do.
fear.
That's the only tool. Lucky.
Oh, but what I'm saying is if your voice and your environment and the consequence of her losing you is not enough for her to respect you, then she's not going to respect you. You hitting her. If anything, especially today, she's whatever. Y'all got it. I don't feel like nobody should follow that. You don't have to force anybody to do
Listen,
anything.
Right.
this just the way,
No.
this is just darlism. There has to be a threat of violence for you to
No, it don't. Only if
understand
you
the
trying to tame.
consequence.
Only if
You
trying to
have to
tame
know
a
that
beast.
nigga shake your ass up. You have
No.
to know that
No.
I'm
No.
not saying
No.
slap you, I'm not
No.
saying punch you, but you have to know if that was the case, everything will be smooth and dandy. That is ironic that when we kind of lost that when they start doubling down on that, that's when all of these sorry ass men just start popping up out the woodwork.
Do you know it's some women? Let me just tell you this, just really quick. There is some men and women done it, and I've seen it, where he don't even need to do. He's never put his hands on her. He's not an abusive man. The way his demeanor and how he is, there's a level of fear. Even when he could look, he could a hand gesture, get back, and then she know. Oh, I'm interrupting. it's certain settled things when a woman respects you because you operate a certain way. A man who operates like a bitch is gonna feel like he needs to hit you to listen. She's disrespecting you because you're not a respected man.
Bro,
Can we kind of think about that?
it don't
There,
work.
a
Look,
man don't have to hit his wife.
look, I could be as masculine as I want to, right? You could come up to me and call me all type of bitches. That don't mean that I'm not masculine. That just mean that's what you choosing to do to me. That don't mean that the whole world don't respect me.
You said come up to you. We're talking about a woman you chose.
Okay, so what can I do?
Woman that is.
So listen, this
If
is.
you feel like you can't leave her, then that's on you. Y'all stay with her. Y'all make it work and stop complaining about other women and saying all women the same because you with some retarded ass bitch. That's y'all problem.
And hold up, let me put this. That's 2K believes y'all. The mother get to telling me, Fable, you be beating women. Whoa,
2K don't beat women.
Not me. I'm saying how you talking people to think that Fable, you agree with him. I don't agree with this.
Listen, I just know that it worked. That's all I can tell you. Our great granddad is one having these problems. Hell, our granddad is one having these problems.
But I'm gonna tell you something, bro. My daddy them from the Whoopahoe tribe, and because I knew that, I took a stand as a little man that I wasn't gonna do it, bro. So that's I don't rock like that. But my daddy them,
I ain't for whooping the hoe, but I do believe in. Hey, if I can make you go outside and run sprints for corrective for corrective reconstructing, then that'll be my method. Like, hey, go run some sprints. Go sit in the corner if I could. You know, I don't want to put my hand on you. I just want you to understand that there's a consequence because my kids understand the method. It worked with them. But y'all, we got a call. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's the word?
Yeah. Really, I just want to see her perspective on, because it's not about the beating per se, right? Putting hands on women. It's the laws, and it's strictly the laws. They was strong arming women because we stronger than them. That's just the beginning of the times. Men strong arm other men as well. We take over countries. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing, because it's the laws that gave women's rights, and it kind of took away our rights. Last time I called in, we kind of had the same type of convo actually, but if we gave them the right to vote and all this stuff, and now we got Obama bringing in homosexuality, children, transformations. We got all this stuff that's just foul that has never been accepted over time that we're trying to normalize literally in real time. No real man, even the sassy men, because they that way for a reason. 9 times out of 10, you got touched or something happened to you psychologically. Yeah. So they're that way for a reason, but they're still men. Ain't no men going for that, man. Now you're seeing gay men say they don't even like gay
men. All right, then, bro. I appreciate you for calling in, my nigga.
Yes, sir.
Talk, man. Hey, that has been consequences our entire life. But me and Fabo, we come from the era where we got whoopings in high school. Like, they'll pull out the powder and tap our ass in high school. Like, and I promise y'all, like, I don't get, like, y'all do not have a consequence. And I love a soft woman. I don't think nobody should be beating the fuck out of women by no stretch of the imagination. I just said there has to be something that we can do that when you mess up, all right, you got to go there. That you fear, that you have to respect. Like, can I put you in jail for being a bad wife for 2 days?
Guess what we can do, bro?
What?
If we got together and we deem this woman is unfit, nobody deal with her until she get her shit together.
Man, you gonna turn around, somebody gonna be fucking the shit out your girl.
So what? But you not.
Right. It don't matter. That was my girl 2 days ago.
Why do y'all think every man in the damn world is an alpha man? That is not the case.
That's who gonna fuck. It's gonna be a
most
beta.
Men are weak beta men, and they're gonna conform, which is why we're having this conversation. Which is why he wrote that letter. He's tired of conforming, and he feel like he want to abuse her because somebody somewhere in his psychological makeup from when he grew up told him he needs to conform to the abuse of a woman. Once you know better in life, you know that shit ain't right. So if that's the case, stop conforming to something that does not shape and elevate you as a man. If it breaks you down, why do you want it?
Because we love it. And love make you
That's y'all
stupid.
problem. I don't love
If
none
he
of that
dealing with
shit.
that,
That's why y'all love women more than they love y'all, and that's why they
yeah.
easy to leave y'all and y'all stay.
Love will get you a
That's y'all
lifetime
problem.
subscription of the Lulu Plus Premium. I promise you that. All right, but listen, man, we gotta get Luck out of here, man. I ain't trying to keep it too long, bro. I'm happy we finally broke the ice. I hope we can have you back on the show more often. It was a pleasure to have you. Fabo, you already know how we rockin', big dog. Trying to get you on the show as much as I can. This has been a dope conversation. Shout out to Lucky. Lucky, how can they find you? I know you quit your YouTube, but you ain't really quit your YouTube. So what's her name?
I'm gonna just say I don't have an editor. I don't. But you can just drop the link, or you just put Lucky Marie on YouTube, and you'll see a video soon, probably. I
Okay,
might
I'm
post
gonna
it
go
one day.
back and edit this and tag your name so it could be clickable where they can just click on you and find you like that.
Okay. Well, either way, you find me on this channel in this video. So shout out to y'all.
All right. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming out, man. Shout out to the audience. Y'all know today is Thursday, Friday. We'll see you Monday. Y'all know the motto: be cool, be smooth, and just like that, y'all, we are out.
Don't forget to subscribe and watch us Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel.